Hello, everyone. It's Rebecca here, and I'm back with my Facebook Live in this group, on this page. I'm here and I'm listening. How's your week been? How's it going since I last spoke to you when I was in my car and an hour late? Um, so, as is the way with anything live, the tree surgeons have started up outside on the road or in somebody's garden, I don't know what. So, I'm hoping that you can't hear them. I can. But hey, that's life, isn't it? All great plans. So I don't know what the weather's been like with you. Certainly, in if you're in this in Wales or in the southwest of the country, we've been experiencing some pretty wild weather and high tides. And well, in fact, this morning I was walking along the seafront to go and meet a client, and there was a high tide, so there was water everywhere. There was torrential rain, there was blue sky, and there was a rainbow. So all in one go, all happening. Uh, so just keep yourself safe. And I wanted to come on today just to share some thoughts around another metaphor that I was reminded of last night when I was kindly invited to go to the private show of somebody I know of their work, their artwork, and it was absolutely stunning to go and be part of that, which was lovely. A lovely guy that I'd worked with in the past, and he reminded me of a metaphor that I'd shared with him quite a while ago, maybe a couple of years ago now, which has stuck with him. And I think we'd been walking along the seafront at the time when I'd said this to him. We'd spoken about how caught up we can get, and find it impossible to see that there's any place of calm within us. And I said to him, just to stop and look out at the sea. Now, if you're not by the sea, you can imagine, or just when you have been by the seaside, you'll recognize this, is that however choppy the surface of the sea is, however crazy the waves are, however frightening it looks, actually, to be honest. I was down by the beach yesterday morning, and it's very rugged, the coastline where I am, so there were huge crashing waves. And the thought of actually, I'm a bit frightened around the water, to be honest. I'm fine when it's calm, but when it's choppy like that, there's no way that I'm going to go in it. And yet, obviously, some surfers love it. That's what they love to do. But it's like, however choppy the surface of the water is, we know that beneath the surface, it's calm. If you've ever been diving, or if you've ever been in just watched a film where there's underwater footage, it's calm, it's still down there and quiet. And I explained that to him, that we're the same, that on the surface there can be so much turbulence in our heads, so much noise in our heads, that we can't even imagine that there's stillness there that's available to us. And he loved that. He loved it and has carried it with him, and reminded me of that last night when we had the conversation, that it was something that he'd kind of carried with him as he was going through his growth, his journey, his recovery. And it's just been on my mind ever since. That's so beautiful to know, even if you can hold it there as an idea, that it's not something that you can see straight away today. Now, and I'm talking to you whether you're caring for somebody with an eating disorder or any kind of addiction, or whether you are struggling yourself. Whatever the noise is that's going on for you, whatever that chaos that might feel like, know that it's not who you are, that beneath the surface there's a stillness, and you'll have accessed that at times. probably many, many times in your life when we've got nothing on our mind. And they may be fleeting at the moment, but just know that it's always there. That's always available to us. When we stop kind of thrashing around, then we see that that's there for us at any time. And just consider that as you go forward into the rest of this week. You know, what's that like? What would that be? What would it be like if you could just hold that as a knowing somewhere deep inside, that actually there is always stillness there. There's always the quiet and the calm. And you see, the thing is that that's where all our best ideas come from. That's where our creativity, that's the birthplace, if you like, of creativity and wisdom and our innate sense of well-being is in that calm place, is in that quiet, still place that's there. So think about that, or not. Just allow it to be this idea that beneath the crashing waves, beneath that turbulent sea, there is always stillness. And sometimes it's just below the surface. Other times it's going to be a little deeper and further away, but it's always there. So those are my thoughts that I wanted to share with you. And I also want to say thank you to those that have got in touch with your struggles and with things that are uppermost in your mind. And what I'm going to start doing is just speaking to those when I come in to do this Facebook Live. So if you've got any questions, they may seem ridiculous to you, or you don't want to bother me, or you don't, you feel embarrassed, or whatever it is, don't let that stop you reaching out and just leaving me a message. You can, message me here privately, or you can drop us an email to hello@recoveryfromwithin.life, and we'll absolutely get back to you. I'm here and I'm listening, and that's what I want you to know. You don't have to do this alone. You are never alone. So I'm sending you all my love, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.